Alrighty, folks, we're now 4-0 in our last 4 crowd pleaser teasers on my premium page. And the good news is I've got another crowd pleaser teaser going off here today for Friday. That play's already posted and ready for access in the post section. And if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. Of course, I also got to give a big shout out to all of my Gold Club members out there because you guys cashed in on 5 premium selections yesterday. We had the Brewers, Yankees, under in that Yankees game, Oilers in the NHL. We also hit on a 2-team parlay. The only way you could have cashed in on all those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club membership. I'll explain a little bit more about all that at the end of the video. Of course, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my free pick video here today for It's a Scary Day, talking about Friday, June 13th, 2025. Happy Friday the 13th to you. To all you nut jobs out there if you're celebrating today. But anyway, I'm going to a baseball game, little fireworks show tonight. So that's how I'm celebrating. I will not be... Friday the 13th. Is that... that's Jason. Jason Voorhees, hockey mask. I always get him and Freddy Krueger's Nightmare on Elm Street. Friday the 13th, that's Jason Voorhees. But anyway, folks, if you're joining me, I'm not a huge horror buff, man. Horror movies scare the shit out of me, but give me nightmares too. So I don't watch them much. They don't make me feel very good. But anyway, folks, before we go ahead and move on, if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Of course, if you don't need access to all of my premium plays, but maybe you could use like one a day, my daily best play costs just 6 cents a day for 30 days worth of access. I also have plenty of free content on my premium page as well. That includes my current overall win-loss record. You can access that right now in the post section. You do not have to pay to take a look at my record. I also have a free poll today as well with regard to the NBA championship game. What is that? Yeah, game 3 or 4? Game 4, right? It's 2-1. Seriously, yeah, game 4 tonight. But anyway, folks, I currently have over 2,595 members who are signed up and active on my premium page right now. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. Going to start off with that Pirates-Cubs matchup. That'll be a 2:20 Eastern first pitch. Chicago's the $1.20 favorite. Total 7.5. Cade Horton for the Cubs. Paul Skeens for Pittsburgh. Now, Skeens comes into today's start with 92 strikeouts on the year, whip of just .84. And as a franchise, the Bucks have definitely been playing some pretty good team baseball over the past week or so. They got the W in 5 out of their last 7 games. Pitching staff's thrown pretty well in their travels. The Pirates are allowing under 7.2 hits a game as the away team. They're facing a Chicago club who dropped 4 out of their last 7 themselves. Of course, when it comes to the total, Cubbies games went 8-2 to the under in their last 10. Pirates saw 7 out of their last 10 stay under the line themselves. I like the Pirates plus $1, under 7.5. Marlins Nationals 645 East. Washington's $1.20, totals 9. Mitchell Parker for the Nats, Edward Cabrera for Miami. Now, Cabrera's recorded just 2 losses on this season, ERA in the 3s. The righty's also averaging over a strikeout an inning on the mound. And in recent gatherings with Washington, the Nats, in recent gatherings with Washington, it's actually the Nats who've struggled a bit with Miami pitching somehow. Washington averaged just 7.7 hits a game in their last 10 head-to-head gatherings. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. As far as this season's concerned, well, the Nationals are currently on a 5-game skid. They were shut out twice during that short span. No real surprise here, folks. The Nationals do have a bottom 10 run-producing lineup on their own field. Now, 8 out of Washington's last 10 ball games stayed under the total. Miami games went 7-3 to the under in their last 10 themselves. I like the Marlins plus $1, under 9. Blue Jays, Phillies, 645 East. Philadelphia's $1.20, totals 8. Ranger Suarez for Philadelphia. Kevin Gausman for Toronto. Now, Gausman's recorded a handful of wins on the year, and Toronto's done a great job making contact with the baseball at the plate. They're fanning fewer times a game than any other lineup, and they're also in the top 10 in hits per game. Alejandro Kirk's batting .325. Bo Bichette with 40 RBI on the season. And they're going to take on a struggling Philly team who dropped 7 out of their last 10. They really have not pitched great at the bank this year. The Phils are allowing nearly double-digit hits a game in their own stadium. When it comes to the total, the Jays saw their last 5 straight road games get over the total, 9-1 of the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me Toronto plus $1, over 8. Angels, Orioles, 705 East. Baltimore's $1.65, totals 10. Charlie Morton for the O's. Jack Kokonowitz for Los Angeles. And the Angels have been playing some pretty good baseball here recently. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak, 7-2 straight up in their last 9. Of course, at the plate, the Angels have done a nice job on the road. They're actually in the top 10 in runs per game while traveling. Taylor Ward's got 18 homers, 46 RBI. Nolan Schanuel with an on-base percentage in the high 300s. And they're facing a 2-7 Charlie Morton, ERA of 6.59, whip of 1.70. And I tell you what, these Baltimore pitchers have been pretty brutal at Camden Yards. They're allowing nearly 11 hits a game in front of their home fans. Now, total-wise, the O's have seen nearly 60% of their home games this year get over the number. Angel games went 60% to the over in their last 10. I like the Angels plus 1.5, over 10. Reds, Tigers, 710 East. Detroit's $1.30, totals 8. Keter Montero for the Tigers. Nick Martinez for Cincinnati. Now, Martinez just 4-6 on the year, really not getting a ton of run support. The Cincy Sluggers are fanning nearly double-digit times a game on the road. They're facing a Detroit squad who's definitely played excellent at Comerica Park. These guys are 23-9 at home, top 5 in fewest runs allowed. And through 46 innings of work this year, righty Keter Montero has recorded only 1 loss during that span. Now, total-wise, the Tigers' last 3 home games fell under the total, 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. I like the Tigers minus 130, under 8. Yankees, Red Sox, 710 Eastern start. Boston's $1.45, totals 8. Garrett Crochet for Boston. Ryan Yarbrough for New York. Now, Yarbs is 3-1 on the year. Bombers are still crushing the baseball. The Yankees are amongst the league's highest run-scoring teams. Aaron Judge hits 392, on-base percentage nearly in the 500s. He's actually currently leading the league in batting average and OPS. Meanwhile, Paul Goldschmidt, he's got 31 RBI on the season, on-base percentage in the high 300s. And they're facing a Boston club who's got a losing record in their divisional home games, definitely struggling on the mound at Fenway. These Boston pitchers are in the bottom 5 in hits allowed per game on their own diamond. When it comes to total, both squads saw overs in 6 out of their last 10 contests, respectively. I like the Yankees plus $1.25, over 8. Next matchup, Rays, Mets, 710 East. The Mets are $1.75, totals 8.5. Clay Holmes for New York, Taj Bradley for Tampa Bay. Now, Bradley struck out 66 batters and has a 1.25 whip. Of course, as a staff, the Rays have definitely pitched well in their travels. They're in the top 5 in fewest hits allowed on the road. And in their last 10 gatherings with the Mets, they've really held this lineup in check. New York's averaging just 6 hits. New York's averaged just 6.8 hits a game in their last 10 meetings with the Rays. Once again, another historical trend there. When it comes to the run line, the Mets currently have a losing record against the number versus the American League this year. They actually failed to cover in 4 out of their last 6 interleague home games as well. Now, total-wise, 6 out of New York's last 10 ball games stayed under the number. Rays contests went 7-3 to the under in their last 10. I like the Rays plus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Rockies, Braves, 7:15 East. Atlanta's the $3 favorite. Total's 9. Bryce Elder for the Braves. German Marquez for Colorado. Marquez is just 2-8 on the year. Rockies still stink at the plate. Colorado's the lowest run-producing team on the road in the league. And they're facing an Atlanta pitching staff who's been tough to hit against at Truist Park. The Braves are in the top 5 in strikeouts per game at home. And starting pitcher Bryce Elder's towing the rubber here today with a 1.17 whip. Now, Braves games have gone 22-9 to the under in their own stadium. Colorado with unders in 71% of their road games. I like the Braves minus 1.5, under 9. White Sox, Rangers, 8:05 East. Texas is $1.90. Totals 9.5. Dane Dunning for the Rangers. Adrian Hauser for Chicago. And even though Hauser's thrown well, the Sox have still dropped 3 out of their last 4 games. They've been awful in their road trips this year. Out of 35 ball games on the road, the White Sox have gotten the W only 7 times. And a lot of that is because of the bats. Chicago's last in the American League in runs per game away from home. And they're facing a Texas pitching staff who's been tough to hit against at Globe Life Field. These guys allowed just 6.7 hits a game in their own building. And more recently, the Rangers did get the W in 4 out of their last 5 contests. Just 3 runs a game they allowed during that stretch. Now, Ranger games went 60% to the under in their last 10, 25-8 to the under in all of their home games. I like the Rangers minus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. A's, Royals, 8:10 Eastern start. Kansas City's $1.55. Totals 8.5. Michael Wacha for Kansas City. Luis Severino for the A's. Now, Severino is just 1-6 on the year, and the A's have definitely struggled over the past week or so as a team. The Athletics took the loss in 7 out of their last 10 outings, and they're squaring off against a Kansas City squad who's definitely been tough to hit against at Kauffman Stadium. The Royals are nearly in the top 5 in fewest runs allowed at home. And starting pitcher Michael Wacha has definitely done a nice job through 74-plus innings. He's got an ERA of 3.01, whip of 1.17. Now, Royals games have gone 60% to the under on their own field, 60% to the under in their last 10 meetings with the A's. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. I like the Royals minus 155, under 8.5. Twins, Astros, 8:10 Eastern start. Houston's $1.20, totals 8. Colton Gordon for the Astros. Chris Paddock for Minnesota. Now, Paddock's got an ERA of 3.53, whip of 1.12. Meanwhile, the Astros have definitely been tough to hit against at home. They're striking out double-digit batters a game in their own building. Now, 3 out of Houston's last 4 at home did fall under the total, 7-3 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Give me the under 8 runs. Cardinals, Brewers, 8:10 East. Milwaukee's $1.45, total 7.5. Freddie Peralta for the Brewers. Eric Fedde for St. Louis. Now, Fedde's got an ERA in the 3s. St. Louis with unders in 6 out of their last 10 meetings with Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the Brewers, their games went 5-2 to the under in their last 7 at home. Freddie Peralta with an ERA in the 2s. Give me the under 7.5. Padres D-backs, 940 East. Arizona's $1.35, totals 9. Ryan Nelson for the D-backs. Stephen Kolek for San Diego. Now, Kolek's 3-1 on the year. Padres have definitely played well against their divisional foes. San Diego's now 10-4 against the NL West, doing a nice job making contact with the baseball. As a matter of fact, this Padres lineup is currently in the top 3 in fewest strikeouts per 9 at the plate. Manny Machado's batting .320, club leader in ribbies. Fernando Tatis leads the clubhouse in homers. And they're going to face a 2-win Ryan Nelson, ERA of .460. And I'll tell you what, these Arizona pitchers have definitely struggled in their own building. They're in the bottom 5 in runs allowed as the home team. Now, 3 out of the D-backs' last 4 at home did get over the total, 60% of the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Padres plus $1.15 over 9. Guardians Mariners 10-10 Eastern start. Seattle's $1.30, total 7.5. Luis Castillo for the M's. Gavin Williams for Cleveland. Williams is 5-3 on the year, ERA of .386. And these Guardian pitchers have definitely thrown pretty well over the past week or so. Just 3.3 runs a game they allowed in their last 10 outings. And they're facing a struggling Seattle team who lost 8 out of their last 10 themselves, losing record on their own diamond. And no real surprise here. The M's have definitely stunk offensively at home. Seattle's in the bottom 3 in hits per game on their own field. Now, 6 out of the Mariners' last 10 outings did stay under the total. Guardian games went 7-3 to the under in their last 10 themselves. I like Cleveland plus $1.10, under 7.5. All right, next and final breakdown for the video. Giants-Dodgers, 10-10 Eastern start. The Dodgers are minus $1.85, total 7.5. Yoshi Yamamoto for the Dodgers, Logan Webb for San Francisco. Now, Webb's got a handful of wins on the year. Giants with wins in 7 out of their last 8. And during that time frame, this San Francisco lineup averaged nearly 6 runs a game. Wilmer Flores with 51 RBI on the season. Matt Chapman leads the clubhouse in home runs. And even though Yamamoto's been solid on the hill for the Dodgers, LA does tend to pitch shaky on their own field. LA's in the bottom 10 in runs allowed as the home team. Now, total-wise, LA's seen 65% of their contests at Dodger Stadium get over the number. Giants with overs in their last 3 straight road games. Give me San Francisco plus 1.5, over 7.5 runs. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Pirates plus $1, under 7.5. Marlins plus $1, under 9. I'm 4-0 my last 4 crowd pleaser teasers on my premium page. Blue Jays plus $1, over 8. Angels plus 1.5, over 10. Tigers minus $1.30, under 8. Yankees plus $1.25, over 8 runs. Tampa Bay plus 1.5, under 8 and a hook. Atlanta minus 1.5, under 9. Rangers minus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. Royals minus 155, under 8.5. I like the under 8 in that Twins-Astros game. Under 7.5, Cardinals-Brewers. Padres plus $1.15, over 9. Guardians plus $1.10, under 7.5. Give me the Giants plus 1.5, over 7.5 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks, that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.